Well, good afternoon. It's great to see so many of you, and a number of you know me, but for those of you who don't, I'm John Levy, and I'm honored to serve as the 10th chair. On behalf of our outstanding LSC board, and we just finished our meetings a few hours ago, welcome. We're privileged to be joined by distinguished speakers, including Senator Dan Sullivan, who's being given LSC's highest award, the Champion of Justice Award, and later this afternoon we present that same award to Senator Dick Durbin. We open with a panel showcasing the critical role of legal services for veterans. LSC's GC and Air Force veteran Will Gunn moderates this panel with a fellow veteran and lawyer from Massachusetts and two legal service leaders from Louisiana and Florida. Well, a panel on protecting survivors of domestic violence and strengthening community resources follows, moderated by LSC's Vice Chair, Father Pius Petrick, featuring leaders from Ohio, Maine, and Alabama. As the nation's largest civil legal assistance funder, LSC supports 129 programs providing essential legal help to low-income families, seniors, those impacted by natural disasters, veterans, and domestic violence victims. Annually, LSC grants help over 6 million Americans. But sadly, our grantees have to turn away almost half of the eligible people seeking aid because of a lack of resources. These folks are then left to navigate complex forms, bureaucracy, and court proceedings on their own. Without legal assistance, justice really is not accessible for many Americans, and these barriers to civil justice are wholly inconsistent with our country's founding principles. It should be unacceptable that a veteran, having served and returned home, has issues accessing benefits or is served with an eviction notice and then has to face those problems without assistance. Over 1.5 million U.S. veterans qualify for LSC-funded legal help because their annual income is below 125% of the federal poverty guideline, $19,950 for an individual in 2026. For Americans faced with domestic violence, legal services safeguard victims and their children through protective orders, securing child custody, managing medical debt, and finding stable housing. Last year, LSC's grantees handled over 200,000 such cases involving domestic violence. But again, they had to turn away almost as many due to a lack of resources. And research shows that 83% of victims having legal representation are far more likely to obtain a protective order compared to only 32% when going it alone. Every year, our incredible national network of legal services organizations stretch their resources to serve these populations, utilizing every possible approach and innovation to reach as many clients as they can. For veteran services, they participate in stand-down events and clinics They established medical legal partnerships with VA hospitals, connecting lawyers to patients. The LSC grantees maintain hotlines and help desks while nurturing strong community partnerships with other survivor service providers. Well, despite our funding challenges, I remain optimistic and determined about the prospects for increasing access to justice. Our grantees are working to integrate AI into their work systems to greatly expand capacity and resources for client services. Regulatory reform is expanding the use of community justice workers, hopefully furthering the availability of legal assistance. Well, many of you are here for ABA Day, and this is not just any ABA Day. We are nearing the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding. And particularly in this year, we must recognize that these barriers to access to justice are inconsistent, wholly inconsistent, with our country's founding principles. As Thomas Jefferson wrote, the most sacred of the duties of government is to do equal and impartial justice to all its citizens. Well, that promise cannot be kept without our investment in it. And when research now shows that on average across the country, these legal aid services return $7 for every $1 invested to the local community. What are we waiting for? 7 for 1? I'll take that any day. And it's on all of us. Only through our actions, our dedication, our determination and investment can we make equal justice a reality for all Americans. Let's do it in our time.